Prof. Freddie, you can go.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, our colleagues, and welcome to our students. We are excited to have you here. I'm going to introduce our Dean of Teaching and Learning in the College of Law and Management Studies, Prof. Freddie Mnyongani, who is going to give you a warm welcome to our college. Prof, over to you.
Thank you very much, Prof. Bengesai, and a very warm welcome to all of the students that we have on this platform. I see that right now we have just over 170 students. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. The day we've all been waiting for has come. Let me start by doing two things. Firstly, I would like to congratulate you for having completed your grade 12. This is a milestone which cannot be taken for granted. And I also want to thank you for choosing the University of KwaZulu-Natal. We are mindful of the fact that in the last few years, you have been trolling the net searching for an institution that is aligned to your future goals. We do not know what it is that you considered for making up your mind, but we thank you for choosing the premier university of African scholarship. Whether you are a pathfinder in your family, meaning you are the first person ever to set your foot on an institution of higher learning, or whether just and you to have a soft landing for your entire qualification. I would therefore like to urge you, ladies and gentlemen, to make the best of this, our gathering of this morning, by participating fully. We look forward to interacting with you in the course of this morning. And once again, I am super excited that you are here with us as you begin your journey towards reaching your goals. Thank you very much, Prof. Anna. You can take over the program.
All right, thank you, Prof, for such a warm welcome to our students. I'm going to introduce the team that you're going to be interacting with, not only during this week of orientation, but throughout your first year. So we have, let me show the slide. Okay. So we have a team that will be supporting you throughout your first year. And I'm sure you've already interacted with your first year experience mentors. All students who are registered have been allocated a mentor. I know there might be some of you who haven't yet because you probably registered just a day ago or so. We also have our student support services, managers and counselors. They are also part of the FYE team, and you will be interacting with them this week as well as throughout your academic year. We have our AMS staff and coordinators. You have your FYE coordinators. They're going to be sending you emails. And from tomorrow, they will be taking over this orientation program. We have the writing place. If you need any assistance with writing, academic literacy, we have our FYE administrator. You might have to interact with them. Let's say you haven't met with your mentor. They administer that portfolio. And then we have ICS. I know a lot of you, we have been receiving emails. You have concerns about your emails, your logins, and other ICS or IT-related queries. They are also part of the FYE team that you will be interacting with throughout the year. And then we have different student support services such as student residence, HIV and AIDS, campus clinics, student finance. All of these form part of the teaching of the first year experience program, which is running this orientation program and is also there to support you throughout the year. And this particular program is run from the Office of the Dean of Teaching and Learning, as well as the Teaching and Learning Unit. So now I'll hand over to our AMS coordinator to introduce what academic monitoring and support services we offer in the college. Ms. Prem Naidu.
Good morning, students. Welcome to all the first years. My name is Prem Naidu. I hold the portfolio of being the Academic Monitoring and Support Coordinator for the College of Law and Management Studies. This is the college that you are currently registered in. As you know, we have 4 colleges, and this is one of the 4 colleges that UKZN. I'm responsible for overseeing the academic support initiatives to assist students in order to successfully complete their degrees. So if you focus in and zoom in on the term academic monitoring and support, you may ask, what does that actually mean? So we are monitoring your academic performance. How are you doing in your tests, your assignments, your exams? But even before you're doing or even coming towards writing that first test or first assignment, we have support programs in place. And that is the portfolio that is reminding you and encouraging you to attend and make use of those support initiatives. So I'll start with the first support initiative called the Academic Development Officer Program. These are senior postgraduate students. They are doing their honors, their masters, their PhD, and you'll come to learn about those designations or those qualifications later on as you slowly orientate yourself as a first-year student. But these are senior students. They've passed your undergraduate degree. So for example, if you are registered for the BCom General degree, it's a 3-year degree and it should be completed within 3 years. That's the stipulated time that we want you all to finish your degrees if it's a 3-year degree. So the ADOs have completed, for example, a BCom General degree. They've completed the modules that you are going to be busy registered for and studying for, and they've been successful in passing those modules. So if you are struggling with any of the content in those modules, you can consult with an ADO, and they're going to refer you to lovely postgrad students called SI leaders. So these SI leaders as well are postgrad students. They've passed your modules that you are currently registered for semester 1 and for semester 2 as a first year, and they will refer you to those SI sessions. So you'll be sitting in on your lectures with your lecturers. You'll be attending your tutorials, plus you'll be attending your SI sessions, which are small group study sessions. How do you study the content of that module? So because these postgraduate SI leaders have passed those modules when they did their undergrad qualification, they know the study tips, the study strategies, the learning strategies, how to manage their time in the test, and they're going to share that with you. So we want you to attend these SI sessions early on to get all the tricks, the tips, the study strategies, the learning approaches to make you successful before you write test one. So we want you to be successful for test one, which means you need to attend your lectures, your TUTs, and your SI sessions before you even write test one. So we're preparing you to be successful for test one. Now, a lovely and wonderful Prof. Freddie, who is the Dean of Teaching and Learning, reminded all of you that you've achieved a milestone by passing your matric, and that's 12 years of hard work, really hard work to get to university. However, university is not the same as your secondary schooling experience. You will be pushed academically, cognitively, intellectually. It's a different experience. It's a different learning approach and learning style that you need to adopt and learn. We're going to encourage you to become critical thinkers, but in order to become a critical thinker, you need to be shown the tools and the strategies on how to become a critical thinker. And that is why it's essential you attend every program that is made available to you because we want you to be successful. So those are the AGOs. If you're experiencing trouble with any of your content, the content in your modules, visit them. They will direct you to the SI sessions where we'll be revising that content. How do you study the content of your modules? Then I'm also going to talk about the writing place. And Prof. Anna also highlighted the writing place and said, if you are struggling with academic writing and referencing, again, very different from high school. So high school has given you somewhat of a basic preparation, but university is a totally different level. Your writing will have to meet academic standards and academic conventions. Your referencing also has to meet those standards. So you learn through the writing place about in-text referencing, how to draw up a proper bibliography list, and all of this to avoid plagiarism. And later on through the FYE program, you will also be introduced to plagiarism because it is not acceptable to copy somebody else's work without referencing your source. So you will learn through the writing place, through AGO sessions, through SI sessions about how to avoid plagiarism. I'm going to conclude by saying, I encourage all of you, you will learn about the SI sessions and the ADOs and the writing place through communiques. Now, the communiques will come through on our notice system. It will come through directly to your student email. Your student email is the official email that we use to communicate with you as students, because you have now signed a contract between the university and yourself that you need to abide and follow the procedures and policies. So we will be communicating with you in due course, the dates, times, and venues of the SI sessions, the dates, times, and venues for the writing place when they are fully up and running, so you can make use of the resources. And my advice and take-home message to all of you is make use of the resources early. Don't think I passed Economics 101 brilliantly, 80%. I got test one, 80%. Now I need to relax because, oh, test one, I got 80%. Test two may be a very different situation. It may be incredibly difficult. So don't just rely on those test one results as the spark, oh, I'm coping at university. And usually students make that mistake. So if you've got 80% for test one for any module, well done. But don't sit back and relax. Don't become overconfident. Test two could be a totally different matter altogether. So attend your lectures, TUTs and pracs and SI sessions, consult with AGOs, consult with your lecturers, your tutors, visit the writing place. And if you make use of these academic support programs early, you will be successful. Thank you, Prof. Bengasai.
Thank you for that, Ms. Naidu. Now I will go into the main presentation for the day. Okay, so our purpose in the first year experience program, which is running the orientation, is to help enable students, first year students, have a smooth transition to university life. And in order to do that, you need to understand and know what UKZN stands for, what this institution that you have affiliated with from today actually stands for. So you need to understand our vision, our mission, and our values. What is it that we strive to achieve as an institution? I'll also talk about the FYE program, its onboarding and orientation, as well as the curriculum and the critical social justice module. Okay. So as an institution, I'm pretty sure when you were applying, you would have come across this. Our vision is to be the premier university of African scholarship, which means we strive for excellence in everything that we do. Excellence in the kinds of students that we produce, excellence in our curriculum, excellence in how our academics teach. So excellence is at the core of what UKZN stands for. And our mission is to be a truly South African university of choice. And I believe you chose UKZN, which means we are, in a way, achieving our mission. That is academically excellent, innovative in research, entrepreneurial, and critically engaged with society. And the values that we cherish at UKZN are respect, excellence, accountability. And this accountability is not just on the part of UKZN staff, it's also on the part of our students. Client orientation, honesty, trust, and these are represented as the rich T values. So you need to understand this. If you haven't read about it, I would advise you to go to the UKZN website and read about these values, because everything that we do is informed by these values. And we have a number of goals that are informed by our mission and vision, but the goal that actually applies to what we are doing right now is excellence in teaching and learning. And this is where the first year experience program orientation, which is part of the first year experience, comes in. As the teaching and learning unit, we also have a vision which also emanates from the institutional vision. And our vision is to support the holistic development of students in a stimulating, challenging, and nurturing environment, provide academic training that is evidence-based, engendering critical thinking, and provided by staff that embraces diversity, professionalism, and technological innovation. So in a nutshell, what we aim to do is ensure that as you interact with any systems at UKZN, you are getting a holistic and stimulating support. It's a nurturing environment which helps you achieve your utmost best. We do not want our students to just achieve or pass their modules, but we want them to achieve their utmost best. And our aim is to ensure that we provide that environment. And one way in which we do that is the first year experience. You've heard about the other academic support services that are available. I'll also speak later on about some of the other services that are also available in the institution that help with this holistic development. So when we're talking about holistic development, we're looking at you developing academically, we're looking at psychosocial, we're looking at emotional, we're looking at even just having a social life within the institution. Okay, so the FYE program, like I said, it's a program that's not only offered at UKZN, but is offered in almost every institution in South Africa and internationally as well. And what the program aims to do is to help students with the transition from high school to university. And why is that important? Because high school is different from university, as you have probably already experienced or witnessed in the past few days. Why? First of all, it's different in the sense that it's an institution of higher learning. So you are expected to be academically independent. In high school, the teacher might, if you don't submit your schoolwork, call your parents. You know, there are teacher-parents meetings. We don't have that at university. So you are expected to be independent in how you approach your studies. In relation to that, it also means that you have responsibility for your own learning. The social environment at a university is different. And probably this is the first time that you've been in such a big institution with so many people from different walks of life. Perhaps in your high school, there were probably less than 500 students. We have more than 45,000 students at the UKZN. So that in itself can be overwhelming, right? And then there are also issues of, workload, that you also have to engage with. So all of these things can bring pressure onto a student. That is why we have this program which helps you navigate that pressure. So this is a representation of your academic journey, right? So what we do within the first year experience program and the different other support programs that you have to interact with in second year, third year, and so on, is we want to take you through the entire journey. And it starts from when you accept the offer. Once a student accepts an offer at UKZN, our onboarding process kicks in. You probably received SMSs that say, welcome to UKZN. There's going to be parents there on this day. We also sent you a welcome package with some of the information that we're covering now that you would have needed to just familiarize yourself with, right? You were also allocated data, maybe from ICS. If you have not, we're going to talk about that, I think, on Thursday. You were also allocated a mentor. We had Parents' Day on Saturday, right? And then you have gone through your registration, and from the 12th of February, your lectures will commence. And once your lectures commence, all the other AMS programs also kick in. The ADOs, the supplemental instruction, the writing place, the academic mentors, all of these are there to support you. Then you write your exams and it goes on like that. So we are there to support you from entrance to the exit. So it's access and success. So we are not just looking at you coming into the institution and then navigating everything on your own, but we want to support you every step of the way. And there are different departments that are there to support you. In terms of our specific College of Learning Management Studies FYE plan for 2024, from the 19th of January to the 3rd of February, that is the time that you guys got your results. And we started our onboarding, our pre-registration, right? Where you were allocated a mentor, and who you also received a welcome pack. Like I said, you have your WhatsApp groups that have been created by your mentors. And then we have the FYE 01, which is part of Unit 1 of the FYE program. I'm going to talk about that in more detail as well. So this is the orientation week. So from the 5th of Feb to the 9th of March, we are simply focusing on introducing you to UKZN. What does it mean to be a student at UKZN? If you're a student at UKZN, who do you interact with? What are some of the policies that are going to inform your stay at UKZN? So that's what we are going to be focusing on in this week. And it's very important that you know these things so that you are not caught unawares when you realize, oh, what I've done, I've violated this particular policy. It also helps you understand what are your rights and responsibilities as a student. And after that, then we're going to have from the 12th of February, we have the part of the extended orientation continues, where we'll focus on Unit 2 of the FYE. We'll also have from the 4th of March, we'll focus on Unit 3. And then in semester 2, we'll focus on FYE Unit 3 and Unit 4. In addition to this, we also have a critical social justice module, which you are all expected to take, and I'll speak to that just now. Okay. So this is what I have already explained in terms of our engagement strategy for the FYE program. We've already done the onboarding. Now we are in the orientation, which is stage 2 of our FYE program. I've spoken about the mentorship and that you will get data for 1 month on acceptance of offer. The FYE program is composed of 4 units. Unit 1, which is part of what we are doing right now, focuses on transition, adjustment, and integration to university. So in addition to this orientation that we have, there is also a platform on the learning management system, our Moodle system, where you have to take this course. There are assessments there that you have to complete. And this module, as we are going to learn tomorrow when we focus on the handbook, is also one of the compulsory modules, which means you have to complete all of these modules in order for you to be degree complete. So we have 4 units. The first one, it focuses on just transition. Like I said, what does it mean to be a UKZN student? How can you be assisted to make this transition smoother? Then the second unit focuses on academic skills development. Here we'll focus on things like time management, goal setting, and so on. Then we have Unit 3, which focuses on student wellness and global citizenship. And then the 4th unit is financial literacy. Like I said, this unit can be accessed on the learning management system. At UKZN, we use a learning management system called Moodle. So you will get your logins on how to access all the information on how to access this course. You will be provided by through your mentors and your FYE coordinators. So in terms of the actual content for Unit 1, we have digital literacy, introduction to UKZN. What does it mean to be a UKZN student? Policies, procedures, and rules that you need to know as a student. How to access your lecture timetable, as well as how understanding the college handbook. Unit 2 focuses on different academic skills such as goal setting. You need to set your goals. What goals do you have as a student? Because if you do not plan, they say, if you do not have a plan, you are already planning to fail. So the purpose of Unit 2 is to actually help you plan your entire academic journey. What is your learning style? We'll also focus on time management. Like I said, there is no one here to say, you haven't submitted your assessments, so no one is going to be doing that. You need to be responsible as a student. You have that academic independence. And part of that means the ability to manage your time and your workload. Then there's effective note-taking. How do I take notes for this particular module in a way that I understand and in a way that I can capture everything and help me with my personal study? Then we have study skills, academic writing, and plagiarism. Plagiarism is very important in a university because it talks to academic integrity, it talks to ethical behavior, and within an institution, knowledge is our product. So plagiarism is about passing someone else's work as yours. So in a way, if you plagiarize, copy and paste someone else's work, you are already violating the very reason why a university exists. So that's why it's very important. And as a university, we take it seriously. So we'll also introduce you to what is plagiarism, what are some of the policies, around plagiarism, and how can you prevent plagiarism as a student. So Unit 3 focus on personal and professional development, as well as global citizenship and sustainability awareness. And this unit is offered through one of our student support services unit, which is our psychologists, our mental health and wellness colleagues. So this is the unit that offers this particular unit. And like I said at the beginning, they are part of the FYE team broadly. Right. And on Friday, they will be introducing you to some of the services that they offer. And then the final unit is financial literacy. And it's very important that as a student, you have financial management skills. For most of you, just like most of us when we were undergrad students, this could be the first time that you have to be financially independent. When you're at home, your parents are managing the finances, but now you're here at university, you have to manage everything. You have to manage your book allowance, you have to manage your meals, you have to manage your meals allowance, you have to manage your transport allowance. All of this, it may be the first time that you have to do this. So how do you go about it? And like I said, because we are focusing on holistic development, we want you to also have that financial wellness, have that knowledge on, income and budgeting. How do I make decisions? How do I manage my money? What are my financial attitudes and behavior? Okay. And in addition to that, we also have the critical social justice module. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a video which, summarizes what this critical social justice module is all about. I think I need to...
Prof. Anna, is your mic on?
Yes, I'm trying to open the video, sorry. Mm-hmm. I probably need to open it in a browser. Testing.
Critical Social Justice 2024, a compulsory module for all UKZN first-year students. UK
Prof. Anna, should we skip maybe this and proceed in the interest of time with the next item, and then we'll come back to the video? Prof. Anna, we are not hearing the sound. So maybe let's move on to the next session while we try and resolve the issue.
Okay, in that case, let me use the PowerPoint presentation for this module. My apologies for this, but on my side, the video is clear. All right, okay, can you see my slides now?
Yes, just
Okay.
put it on slide mode, slideshow mode, yeah.
Okay, so the
Thanks.
critical social justice module is a compulsory non-credit bearing module, which means though you don't earn any credits towards it, but all students at UKZN need to complete this module before their degree complete. You can register for this module either in the first year or in the second year, or at any other point in your first, second, or third year of the undergraduate. However, the most important thing to remember is that you cannot complete your degree, you cannot graduate if you have not completed this module. Okay. So why do we need this module? We need this module because as a country, we desperately need to transform. We all understand the South African historical and social landscape. And we also know how, though, independence was gained in 1994, some of the effects of this discrimination and prejudice, we still feel them today. And moreover, our society is also evolving, and we need to move along with that. So issues to do with diversity, oppression, marginalization, this is what the module seeks to address. And in this module, we also want to build on a world that values all people, regardless of where they come from, regardless of their social groups, regardless of the differences that we have. And the belief is that all people and social groups are important. Focus is on equal human rights to all, and that all groups deserve respect and acceptance. The module hopes also to challenge certain definitions that have become acceptable in our societies. And these are some definitions that isolate certain people based on their gender, based on their religion, sexuality, and so on, that devalue and marginalize them, and to provide alternative definitions of what it means to live in a diverse, inclusive, and socially just world. This module, I think UKZN is one of the few institutions, if not the only institution, that has taken this bold step to respond to some of the transformation and diversity issues that we have in the country. And some of the topics that we are going to be encountering, or some of the topics that we're going to be interacting with, might actually be uncomfortable, but these are discussions that we need to have as a society. Because what you need to understand is, as a student, you are not only being educated here for you to just go and work, but you are being educated to be a citizen, of this country, not only a citizen of this country, but a global citizen. And global citizenship comes with understanding issues of diversity, comes with understanding some of these uncomfortable topics that actually make up our society. The module is about learning a different way to see the world in order to model the change we wish to see. You agree with me that there are so many things that are happening in our world that sometimes, you really wonder, where is this world going to? And at the same time, we have been conditioned by society, by our upbringing, to accept certain things or to deassociate ourselves from certain things. And the module will challenge you to think differently, see things in a different way, and in a way to see things differently. So what has happened to my slide now?
We can see your slides, but just go back to slide mode.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, presentation mode.
So it will challenge you to look at things differently, because we cannot continue, we cannot transform as a country if our views, our values still remain in the past. The module will look critically at various forms and phases of prejudice and discrimination and oppression. It will also help us heal the divisions of the past and plot a way forward, where all people, regardless of their differences, are accepted, celebrated, and respected. How does the module work? Like I said, it's a compulsory module. You must register for this module at some point, at some stage in your undergraduate degree, even though it's a non-credit bearing module, which means it won't contribute towards your final credit load. However, you are still expected to complete it for you to graduate, and is offered in both semesters of every year. So if you don't take it this semester, it's available next semester. You can take it in your second year, first semester, or second semester. In terms of the actual teaching approach, it uses a blended approach. There will be 8 online lectures and 8 in-person tutorials. Students will engage with the lectures in their own time, so it's self-paced. and there are a number of activities in each lecture that will need to be engaged with in order to move to the next. So you have to engage with a particular unit, complete the assessments before you can move on to the next. And because it's a compulsory module, registers will be taken at each tutorial in order for us to know that you have indeed completed the module. Okay, so make sure you register for this module in either semester, and you can find out from your FYE team, your school administrators, about how to access this module. So that is, in a nutshell, the social justice module. Okay, so I'll end this presentation now, for now, and take any questions. I have introduced you to our extended orientation program, which started with the pre-registration, the onboarding. Now we are doing the actual orientation, and then we have the extended orientation, and you have to complete the 4 units of the FYE program. In addition to that, you also have to complete the critical social justice module. So I'll take any questions for now before we can proceed with the second part of the program. And colleagues, you can also respond to some of the questions. I see there are some in the chats.
Okay, students, you can raise your hand and I will open the mic for you, or colleagues, you can just start by responding to the questions. The main one is about data. When are students receiving data? That's one. The other one is about how the assigning of mentors work. So if maybe you can kickstart by clarifying that, and then we'll go to Kenan and Bayanda. Thank you. Colleagues who can respond to issues related to data.
Okay, regarding data, you will get your data from ICS. So all students, once you are registered, you should get your data for one month. So it also depends, because they process this in batches. So if, for instance, you registered yesterday, or maybe you registered on Friday, it means you will be on the next batch. So if you haven't received your data, just be patient. You will be getting it. They don't process in real time. They process in batches.
Okay, thanks, Prof.
The FYE coordinators, can you please answer questions related to allocation of mentors?
Good morning, everyone. So currently we are still doing the allocation of mentors to students. So this is what happens after you have registered. So after you have registered, you're gonna receive an email from your mentor. They're gonna tell you to join a WhatsApp group. But if you do not have WhatsApp, they're gonna send you an email. So it's something that is still going on. We're not done yet. You're still gonna receive your emails. Thank you.
All right, thank you. We have a question from Kenan. Kenan, you can go ahead and unmute.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. I have a question about my registration process.
Go ahead, Kenan. You can ask the question.
Okay, so I just sent my refund / unregister form to UNISA via email. And I just sent it, but I want to know if I can press register with UKZN, even though they haven't responded to the email as yet.
Sorry, Kenan, can you repeat your question?
I just sent a refund / unregister form to UNISA through an email. Do I have to wait for their response, or can I continue and register with UKZN since they already have received the UNISA refund / unregister form?
Okay, in other words, you have deregistered with UNISA.
Today, yes. So I haven't got a response as yet.
Okay, so if you have deregistered, I'm sure that should be fine. However, we will refer. Can you send me an email, and then I will refer you to people who can assist you with that query.
Okay, well, what's your email address?
So it's my surname at UKZN. Let me just type it in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Bayanda, you are next.
Hello?
Hello, Bayanda, go ahead.
Yes, I had a problem with registering. There are documents, there is a table whereby I have to submit documents, and it says it needs an academic record, a matric certificate, and a statement of results. I'm confused as to how are these differentiated, because in my understanding, it's the same thing. Hello?
Prof. Anna, Dr. Joe?
Yes, Bayanda, tomorrow we have, someone who assists you with that query. We're going to one of the sessions that we have tomorrow. We focus on registration issues. So please attend tomorrow's orientation, and then you'll be able to get answers to that. And students, remember, like I said, there are many departments that actually work to support you as first-year students, right? Some of them are not here today, but they will be there on the other days to address some of the queries that we have. So if we can't answer your query today, it's not that there's no one in the university who can provide those answers. It's just that the people are not here today. Their session maybe is scheduled for another day. So in terms of registration, please come tomorrow. There will be answers for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we have a question from Musgai Sehlope. You can go ahead.
I can ask now.
Go ahead, Muzi.
So my question was about registration, but as the professor has already said they're going to be addressing that tomorrow. So I might as well join tomorrow and ask the question there.
All right, I hear you. Which program are you registered for?
BCom in accounting.
All right, students, there's also another session that will be specific to your program on the 7th of February. So if you're doing law, there'll be a session just for law. I submitted a link via the chat. Please go through that link and then RSVP for your academic counseling per school. So some of the specific questions will be addressed by colleagues on the 7th, questions that are specific to your program. So please don't miss that. And as Prof. Anna said, tomorrow we are unpacking the handbook and assisting with registration queries. We have another question also from Asande Dube.
Hi, my question was also linked to registration, but as you've said that you'll answer the registration queries tomorrow, so I'll ask again tomorrow.
All right, Asanda, thank you so much.
Yes.
Ayandiswa, do you have the same query as well? Ayandiswa?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So I registered last week for BCom Accounting Extended, but they didn't give me a link to join a WhatsApp group.
Okay, Prof. Anna and the coordinators of the FYE, could you please attend to this query? What could be the issue here? Because the student has registered, but they still have not been assigned a mentor. What is the next process?
Yes, colleagues, Ayanda and Bongega, can you respond to that?
So we're gonna receive another list of the students that have already registered, and they're gonna send you an email because you have registered from today onwards.
Okay, just to clarify for students, how long does it take once the person has registered? Is it 24 hours? Is it 2 days for them to be assigned a mentor? Because Ayandiswa is saying he registered last week, but he hasn't received, he has been assigned to a mentor. So how long does it take? Because I can see that is the burning question.
Okay, maybe I can answer that. So what actually happens is we don't get the list of registered students in real time. We also get it in batches. So far we have been getting the list on a Monday and on a Friday. So what it means is probably students who register between Tuesday and Friday, who only be allocated mentors maybe by today. So that's what has been happening. So it depends on when you registered, but we have not been getting the list in real time, like on a daily basis. We're getting the list twice a week. So
Okay,
that could explain why. However, since you are already here, my advice is, can you send your details maybe in the chat to one of the coordinators, and then they can allocate you a mentor immediately. So if you do not have a mentor, just put your details in the chat section right now, and then you will be allocated one.
There is a question on if there will be a demonstration on how to create a timetable. So is there anyone who can assist with that?
Yes, I think I just responded to this question earlier on. They should just continue attending the orientations, and we'll show a practical example of how to actually make a timetable for yourself. So maybe I can also take this opportunity to explain that you will not be necessarily sent a timetable, but you need to create a timetable by yourself based on the modules that you've registered for. But we're here to help you, so you shouldn't worry at all.
Okay, Dr. Joseph, when is that session on the timetable?
My session is going to be on Wednesday, if I'm not
Wednesday
mistaken.
during
Yes. No, Thursday. I think Wednesday is the schools and Thursday.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thursday.
so the ISN, the IT one.
Yes, it's on Thursday.
Okay, but students, there is also a video on our College of Law and Management Studies website with the details. If you go to the registration page, there are videos there on how to register. I saw some people asking about that. So just follow that short video. It's about 3 minutes, so it won't take up so much of your data. And then you will be you'll be able to get it right. I'm sure it's very simple, step by step, with pictures animated, just to show you how it works. All right. So I think we've covered. Oh, no. There is one more question for Karendwe.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes. I only have 2 questions. I don't know if it is the right place to ask this question, but why are we attending orientation online instead of attending physically at the university? That's my question number 1. And question number 2 is that is the gender-based violence module a CSJ module? If not, can I complete the gender-based violence module during my last year at the university?
All right, let's start with the issue of online orientation. Can I hand that over to Professor Freddy Munyungani, our Dean of Teaching and Learning?
Thank you, Chair. 2 things. Well, I'll start with the first question with regard to why we are attending this orientation online. Not all of you are registered students already, and the university has issued out a directive that on campus, they will only allow students who are registered. So if you say that the orientation is going to be in person, probably half of you would not be able to access the information that we are sharing now. The online platform will just assist you in order to expedite and facilitate the process of getting you onto campus. Do not worry, you're still going to have ample opportunities to interact with the colleagues who are here once you are back on campus. So that will come. Now, with regards to the critical social justice module, as Prof. Bengesai has indicated, it does not matter when you do it. What is important is you need to make sure that in the course of your studies, you complete it, because without it, you will not graduate. Now, just a word of caution. I would suggest that if you can, do it in your first year, please. Because in the first year, that's when you do introduction to this, introduction to that, and meet all the necessary requirements, like also completing your isiZulu module and all that. So that in the second year, when you begin with your substantive modules, it's going to be uphill. It's going to be uphill, and these other additional modules, which are non-credit bearing modules, may cause you a great deal of grief. So if you can, and if you are able to, please make sure that you squeeze it in either in the first semester of this year or the second semester of this year. Then you have it out of your way. You can focus on your law, your accounting, your management, etc., etc. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Prof, for clearing that. We have another question from Gwanga Boyce. You can go ahead, Gwanga.
What is attending orientation?
Ask where can we register, because I have been accepted for the LLB 4-year program, and yet I do not have a link where I can register, commence with my registration. And I've paid all the registration fees and accepted the offer. Can you hear me?
Yes, we heard you. I'm just waiting for colleagues to respond. Dr. Joseph, Prof. Anna.
Okay, sorry, colleagues. Can you repeat the question?
My question was, where can I register? Because I have accepted the offer for the LLB program, for your LLB program, but I have not been sent an email containing a registration link where I can commence with my registration, because I have paid the registration fees and accepted the offer.
Okay. Kwanga, can you come for tomorrow's session, where we will focus on registration? At least you will get the right advice from people who deal with registration as to what could be the problem in your situation. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am.
Asande, I think with Asande, I'm not sure if we've dealt with you, but let's see if you are still the same person. Go ahead.
You have dealt with me.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, Andile, you are next.
Good day, ma'am.
Go ahead, my child.
I wanted to know, if you took Zulu in high school, is it compulsory to take it as a module as well?
Prof. Freddy, Prof. Anna, please clarify.
Thank you, Chair. Since 2014, the university took a position that every single person registered here must do the module in isiZulu. But then if you took isiZulu or you are fully conversant in isiZulu, you need to go to the College of Humanities to apply for an exemption. And once you have that non-credit bearing exemption, you need to take another module to replace the credit units that you would have needed for isiZulu. So you don't actually need it.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
Great. But maybe let me also add, if your own qualification allows you to take isiZulu at this level, you're still welcome to take isiZulu. It comes in different categories. There's also isiZulu for people like yourselves who have done isiZulu at high school. Perhaps you want to excel in that space. Maybe you may continue with that, but you are not obliged to take it if you have done it at high school or are fully conversant in isiZulu.
Thanks, Prof.
Okay.
Just to make it easy for people who are asking about registration, is a registration link to the registration guide that I've just posted in the chat. Please click on that, all those who are struggling, and go through the step-by-step, and also visit clms.ukzn.ac.za. Everything about registration is there. So there are videos, how to select a module and things like that. But these sections will also be covered in detail tomorrow and on Wednesday when you meet with your specific schools. So please look at the information that I've just posted. Tianda, you have a question?
Yes, I have a question, ma'am. I would like to ask if lectures for first years commence next week, Monday, on the 12th of February.
Yes, lectures commence on Monday. So I'll allow Prof to add and on how they will be handled, because you will be back on campus. It won't be online, but maybe some will be, but Prof can unpack that in detail.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Chair. Yes, according to the sessional dates of the university, on Monday, meaning next week, this time you will be on campus in the lecture venues, taking the different lectures that you're supposed to take. And then you will be guided by what your different module outlines are saying in relation to the different modules that you're taking. There may be an indication that perhaps in the afternoon, this module will be offered online or that. We are not able to provide that information right here, right now. Perhaps let me also say this. I've been following the charts and I can see a little bit of anxiety and a bit of frustration that the questions you have, some of them are not addressed here. Please use this session, students, as an opportunity to just understand that this huge machine that we call the university has got too many departments. There's an independent department dealing with registrations. There's an independent department dealing with fees. There's an independent department dealing with NSFAS, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on. So right now, this morning, we're just giving you an overall picture and introducing the people who will be accompanying you through the course of your studies in this college. Meaning, if you have a query in relation to NSFAS and are not too sure where to go, the people you have on this forum will be saying, okay, this is a NSFAS issue, go to that office. This is a fees of issue, go to that office. This is a registration issue, go to the college office. So my colleagues on this platform will be acting as points people to point you to the right place, but they will also be doing what they are supposed to do in the form of assisting you how to write, how to study, etc., etc. Thank you, Chair.
All right. I don't know, maybe we'll take more questions at the end. Let me just, finish the next part of the presentation. Sorry. All right, thank you, Prof. Mnyongani, for introducing that. It just aligns well with what we are going to talk about now. So in the first part of the presentation, I spoke about, the FYE program and the different stakeholders and the different partners that we have in the FYE program. And we also spoke about the critical social justice module. So now I just want to focus on what are some of the other systems or departments or divisions or units that are there to support you at UKZN. Okay. So we have mentioned the AMS and the FYE program. I'm not going to go into detail about that. We also have departments within what is called the Student Services Division. And these are a number of departments or units that focus on different aspects of your student life. These departments fall under the Office of the Executive Director and the Pro-Vice Chancellor of Student Services, Professor Msizi. And we have student funding. I know a lot of you have issues to do with student funding. We have financial support, student sports and health. We have the HIV and AIDS program, as well as the disability support services, student residence affairs, as well as student governance and leadership development, which is what you know as the SRC. Student funding, so with student funding, this is a department that focuses on, three main categories of student financial need. So it could be scholarships. Scholarships are awarded to those students who excel, to students who are doing very well and, they've got very high grades. So to apply for a scholarship, or, you need to have, and usually what happens in the university, the ones that are in-house offered by the university, they are automatically awarded to students who have done well. But there are some that you might need to apply. You can also get your own scholarship from outside, and this department also manages that. And then we've got bursaries. That is another category of funding that they offer, as well as loans. So if you need more information about this, you can contact these people. Mr. Michael Davids is the manager, and then you've got Ms. Denise Gavenda, who is the head of scholarships, and then there's the head of bursaries, and then there is Mr. Sokelwa, who is the loans coordinator. So if you need information on this, your coordinators or mentors will also send you a list of all these people and their contact details. Okay. So the next department is sports and wellness, and it consists of two sub-departments. We've got the campus health services, and then we have sports administration. So each campus has its own fully fledged clinic, right? So if you have any, it's a clinic, it's not a hospital. So if you have any minor ailments, you've got flu, there's always a clinic on campus that you can visit. Family planning, referrals for termination of pregnancy. These are some of the issues that we deal with. Referral of students to government hospitals, as well as partnering with the HIV and AIDS program and other stakeholders. So if you need any help with, or to contact any of the people at the campus clinic, these are their contact details. Sports administration, there are three main focus area. So they have recreation and social. So if you just want to play sport for just fun, the fun of it, you can actually visit. We have a sports center in the sports unit, which actually is sort of like the central hub for sports administration. If you're interested in competitive sport internally, you can join the residence leagues. And if you're interested in competitive sport externally, there are quite a number of platforms. You can participate through the University Sports South Africa competitions, as well as national and provincial leagues, and the selection in world student competitions. And these are the key contact people. We will send you a list with all of this information. So the next is Student Residence Affairs, which is also known as the DSRA. And these focus on, on both on-campus and off-campus residents on all 4 campuses. And the department is there to ensure that students, I know I had someone, I think I saw a comment where someone mentioned issues of safety. So the department is there to ensure that everyone, our accommodation, our student accommodation is safe for students, is secure, and also that it is suitable for living. And if you need any assistance, you can contact these people related to student residence. The next one is the HIV and AIDS program. And as an institution, we are also committed to the global targets to reduce HIV and AIDS. And I'm sure you have heard previously we had the 90-90-90. Now we have the 95%, 95-95-95, meaning that we are also, as an institution, partnering with other global as well as national departments to ensure that 95% of even our students at UKSA10 are aware of their HIV status, 95% are treated, and we know now that if you are treated, you will be virally suppressed. So we are also working towards these goals. And the HIV and AIDS program responds to the needs of students by providing specialized services in relation to prevention, care, and support of HIV and AIDS. Okay. And we have testing and counseling services on all 5 campuses. We also have the disability unit, and I would suggest that for students who have any form of disability or impairment such as hearing, chronic illness, learning disability, mobility, psychiatric issues, to also register with the disability unit. Because sometimes if we do not know that a student has an issue, it's going to affect, for instance, say the booking of venues. Imagine if I don't know that in my class, I have a student who cannot use TERS, and all the venues that we have for our lectures require the student to use TERS, and maybe there is no ramp so that they can actually, go to access the venue. You might find that that student becomes disadvantaged. So if you have any form of disability, please register. It helps your lecturers know how to actually assist you in class and ensure that no student is left behind. So please do register. The disability unit is there as an advocate for our students who have, who are living with disabilities, is there to educate, and is also there to facilitate, like I said, knowing, for instance, students, they might need more time in exams because of the disability that they have. All this information your lecturers need to know, and they can only know if you do register with the disability unit. We also have student support services. Our counselors, I did indicate at the beginning that they are one of our key partners in the FYE, supporting students. And the aim of student support is to optimize your personal development, psychological well-being, and academic success. They offer a number of services such as confidential counseling, career assessment, therapeutic support groups, life skills workshops, career development, and so on. And on Friday, they will have a full session where they will speak to you about the different services that they do offer. And I think I just need to emphasize that, part of the transition to university can also affect your psychological well-being. It can affect your mental health. It can affect your motivation. And these are the people to speak to if you're experiencing any of those anxieties and challenges, to help you address some of those things. So you might find that, your FYE mentors and coordinators and other people, residents, funding, and so on, they can help you with other aspects, but they cannot help you with the psychological well-being. We have trained psychologists. You do not have to pay anything. We are there to support you in this regard. And then lastly, we have the library services as well. We have library facilities available for all students on all campuses. The library should be the best place for you, because in the library, you're going to find your prescribed textbooks if you do not have your own, some quiet study space, access to a number of other books that you might not have, including even recreational books. So please do visit the library. You will need it when you're doing your assignments. You will need to know who is the subject librarian, where can I get a textbook on this particular subject, and so on. And remembering that even if the library does have prescribed textbooks, it won't have prescribed textbooks for that, for every student. So you have to share these books. So you need to visit the library and know when is the book out, when can I take it, and so on. So the library is there. And they also, in addition to that, they can also provide you with specialized, like the subject librarians. If, say, a book or information that you need is available at another institution or on another campus, they can also facilitate your access to that information. And in conclusion, I just want to reintroduce our FYE team. Like I said, the FYE, the orientation, the entire program is actually run from the Office of the Dean of Teaching and Learning, who is Prof. Freddie Mnyongani, as well as the Teaching and Learning Unit. However, there are many stakeholders or many partners that are responsible for different aspects of your student journey. We've got your FYE mentors who you have already interacted with. I did mention that we've got our student support services counselors. They offer the psychosocial support. We have our AMS team, our supplemental instruction leaders, our ADOs and writing place. These offer the academic support. And then we have the University Teaching and Learning Office. You will find that during the week, as we focus on other programs, there are certain resources that they have available to students. For instance, they have a site which is called University Learning. It's called ULOP, I can't remember, University Learning something. And that particular platform, you will find videos on how to use Zoom, videos on how to navigate Moodle, and so on. We have your FYE coordinators who, like your FYE mentors, they are your big brothers, big sisters, just helping you with navigating your first year. I did mention the library services. They are also one partner that we work with. We have ICS. There are going to be a lot of issues to do with ICS. How do I access the critical social justice module? How do I access the PST experience module? Maybe I'm failing to upload my video. I'm failing to upload my assessment. So there's ICS as well. And the different other student support services that I mentioned in my previous presentation. So this is, in a nutshell, is our way to say, welcome to UKZN students. You are not alone. We know that the transition is not going to be easy. We understand that high school is different from university, but we are there to support you. It's not just a free fall. They are your big sisters to support you. They are your big brothers to support you. And we have specialists as well who are there for you throughout your academic career. Thank you. Okay, so this is the end of our presentation for today. We're going to take any questions in the next 30 minutes, and then we'll call it a day. Any questions? Colleagues, Ayanda Bongeka, I hope you are taking the details of students who will need mentors in the chat section.
Okay, we currently have a hand from Mohammed. You can go ahead, Mohammed.
Morning, Professor. Regarding the social justice module, where can I register for it? Because it's not showing up on the change curriculum tab.
Okay. I'm just taking note of that, Mohammed. I will inquire why it's not appearing. And like I said, tomorrow, what I'll do is some of the questions that have already been asked related to registration, I've been noting them down. I'll send them to the person who's going to do the presentation on registration, that at least they can address some of these questions as well. Yeah, so I'll have to find out why it's not appearing on your list of modules to select.
Okay.
Mm.
Thank you.
We don't have any questions open, but I have posted in the chats the video on how to register. So all those who are struggling, please scroll up. You will see step by step. It's a video, very simple, easy to follow. So yeah, please do that, students. We have a question from Emihle. Go ahead, Emihle.
I've heard something about from other first year students about the LAN accounts and LAN password. Could you please give more information on what is the LAN account and how do you create a LAN account and a password? Thank you.
All right. Dr. Jerry?
Well, I think we're supposed to do a presentation now. I'm just looking at the time. Can I do it or?
Yes, it's on
Yes.
LAN.
Yes.
Okay, sorry for that. Yes, Dr. Jerry.
Okay. Let me just. Screen. Okay, guys, welcome again. I think you're going to get, if there are some words that you're going to get tired of when you just come in, is you're going to get tired of hearing the word welcome, welcome, welcome. So we keep welcoming you because I think we're a loving and caring university. So guys, one of the things where I'd like to start from is please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions. My name is Dr. Jerry. Some people call me Dr. J and all sorts of different nicknames and so on and so forth. So guys, if we meet in the corridors, please, I can't see you. You can see me. Feel free to stop me and, just say hi. So again, welcome to the university. And I'd like to welcome you to your virtual world, okay? One of the things that's happening is that the university also moves with the times. So as we move with the times, we find that the university is both physical and it also has a virtual presence. Now, a lot of you guys are using social media. So you know what happens most of the times on social media. There's this whole thing of cloning accounts and so on and so forth. So that's why I think the first part of call is very important, is the idea of working on passwords, okay? So you need to make sure that where we're starting from on Thursday, when I'm giving like a full presentation around the different tools, virtual tools, including creating your timetables and so on and so forth, that's when we'll talk about a little bit more in detail. But today, I think it's very critical because as you guys are coming in, this is a constant question everybody's asking about. They're asking about logins, they're asking about your passwords. So we thought to just give you a small, a brief introduction on
Hey, Dr. Jerry, are you there? Dr. Jerry? Okay, we seem to have lost Dr. Jerry due to network issues, but I'm pretty sure he is going to try and rejoin. We still have about.
Hi guys, I'd lost you for a bit there. I hope you can hear me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. So I was just explaining the whole concept of this LAN password and the login password. So like I said, the LAN password, the login password is exactly the same thing. You hear these words used. It's just the same word being interchanged. So now as a new student, you come in and people are talking about this LAN password. They're talking about this login password. The question is, where do I get mine? Everybody seems to know what they're doing. Again, two things. The university is very user-friendly, guys. You know, you can ask around and people will help you. But let me just explain some of these things. So as you come in as a new student, automatically, as soon as you're registered, what's going to happen is that, you know, your password is created and your username is created. So what is my username? Your username is going to be the student number that you've been allocated to, okay? And that's the one you're going to use as your student name, as your username. That's how we're going to actually identify you within the university. Remembering that your student number is a very unique, you'll never find two of them in the university. So that's why it's unique to you, your username. So then what is the password to this username then? The password that you're going to use, your default password, when you come in, your original password, what we call the default password, is what we're going to be identifying here as your STU. The password is STU, okay, short for student, at, and then you've got your day, to, okay, DD, and then you've got your month, to, the month that you were born in, and then the year, the year that you were born in. So 2 for day, 2 for month, and then 4 for year. So at the end of after the STU, what you're going to have to put in is you need to make sure that the characters that you put in are going to be 8, okay? 2 for the day. So if you're born on the 1st, it's 01. If you're born on the first month, it's also going to be 01, and then year, you're going to say maybe 2001, 2001. So here's an example. So for instance,
sorry, Dr. Jerry, sorry. We can't see the presentation.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
When I came out. It's visible now?
Yes, we can see it now. Thank you.
100%. So I think we talked about, yes. So I just come over here and I was talking about the fact that what is your default username? So the username that you're going to use is going to be your student number. That's the one you start off with. And then the password is going to start with STU at, and then the day, the first 2, so 01, month, 01, year, 2001. So an example of this, you're going to have your student number. If you're going to say your password, in this case, if you're born on the 16th of June, 2003, then your password should be STU at 2003-06-16. Am I correct? So I'm going to give you guys a few seconds to look at this. I'm asking a question here. If you're born on the 16th of June, 2003, then your password is supposed to be STU at 2003-06-16. Based on what I've just told you, that you're going to follow the password format of STU at day, month, year. Is that correct? I'm sure you guys are sharp enough to see that that is actually not correct. The correct way to put it is something like this. It's going to be STU at, so we say day, you were born on the 16th day, so it's going to be at 16. You were born in June, so which is the 6th month, so it's going to be 06. And then you were born in 2003, which is a year. So your student number, your password is going to be STU at 16-06-2003. That's what your default passwords are right now. So when you're thinking of what your password is your student number, your username is your student number, and then your password is going to be STU at whatever date of birth that you have, following the format of day, month, and year. Remember that it's going to be the 2 for the day, 2 for the month, and then 4 characters for the year, so their entire year. So I hope we're good there. So let's look at something else. So you have your password, and maybe, you know, your best friend, you know, you make a best friend when you come on campus, and, you know, 3 days down the line, you realize that, nah, you know, this guy maybe is not exactly the best friend material. So you want to cancel him because he knows your password, which is something that you shouldn't do, by the way. Please do not share your login details. Do not share your LAN details. Do not share your passwords, okay? So anyway, let's assume you're one of those guys who don't listen, and, you know, you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to give it to my best friend. Or, you know, as you come on campus, you find somebody who you decide might be, you know, a very good friend of yours. So you share your details with them. And somewhere down the line, you know, things go haywire, and you decide, no. You know what? These details, you know, I shouldn't have shared with them because Dr. Jerry said it's wrong and you are going against university policy. So what do? You're given an opportunity also to change your password. So how do you change your password? So you need access to a browser, okay? So you either go to Chrome, you go to Safari, you go to Firefox, okay? And when you're in your browser, what do? You enter the following: password.ukzn.ac.za. Password.ukzn.ac.za. Remember to not use www. So you enter directly in your browser, password.ukzn.ac.za, okay? When you press enter, then you're going to be prompted to enter your student email address. Now we're aware of what our email addresses are. And then what do? Then you remember to also enter your old password, which is your default password. That was STU at the day, month, and the full year. And when you enter that, you'll be prompted to enter your new password, and then you reconfirm your new password again. And voila, your password has changed. So in this particular case, if, for example, your student number is 205-01-23205, then your email address is going to be what? If you think about it, what's your email address supposed to be? We're told that my student number, I know what my student number is 2501232205. Yes, again, you've guessed it correct. Your email address is going to be STU, your student number, at stu.ukzn.ac.za. So your email address is going to be your student number at stu.ukzn.ac.za. So that's the email address that you're going to add in, and then you know what your password is now, and then you can change your details. And remember not to do it again, because you're actually going against university policy. You are not allowed to share your login details. Those are actually personal to you. So what are some of the rules to remember? One of the rules to remember is your password should not contain your name or your surname. It's easy to guess it, guys. Your password must have at least 8 characters. I'm trying to change my password, but it's not working. Yes, it's because it's not working because your password is actually shorter than 8 characters. What else? I'm trying to change my password, but it's not allowing me to change it because the rules say that your password should have at least 1 capital letter, at least 1 small letter, and at least 1 number. Remembering that the length of these should be a minimum of 8 characters, okay? So I'm trying to do this online I'm trying to do this rather in the LAN using a computer and so on and so forth. But how else can I actually do this? How else can I actually change my password? You can also use the MyUKZN app that you can download from the Play Store. You can also email, okay, ICS, which is our help desk, or you can actually call into ICS and request them to help you do this change. Guys, I think for the sake of time and to answer that question directly, I hope we're all now aware what our passwords are, what our usernames are as well, and how to actually use them and how to actually change them. So I think I'll stop here for some time for now and, you know, not bore you with the details. Please, when we meet on campus, do say hi, enjoy yourself on campus, have a lovely time, and, you know, all the best. Cheers.
All right, thank you, Dr. Jerry, for that wonderful presentation. I'm pretty sure, you know, some of you who had issues with logins and passwords, you now know how to go about it. Okay, so I don't see any hand that's up. I'm just gonna address some of the questions that I saw. People are still asking about how do they register for the CSJ module. I'm going to repeat this again. And the reason why I'm saying this is, like Prof. Nyongani said, there are different departments that deal with different issues. So I would like you to hear it from the host's mouth as to what you need to do about the CSJ. So I've noted that some of you have already registered. You know, some of you have been asked to do the change of curriculum form, but I've also seen somewhere, I think someone is saying that is asking what was going to happen to their credits. Like I mentioned, the CSJ module is non-credit bearing. So it's not going to affect your credits. So if you're already registered for, say, in BCom accounting, your 80 credits, those are the credits that actually count towards the credit load for the degree. The CSJ is a requirement, but it is not credit bearing. So you won't have 88 credits or, you know, 96 credits because of the CSJ module. I don't know, is that clear? Okay, I see hands, Kwanga. Kwanga?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
I was wanting to ask Dr. J and what the passwords for how to set up an email and how to set up an email. Yeah, that's all. How could I set up an email? You can then email.
Okay. So your email is automatically, as soon as you register as a student, your email is already set up. So there's nothing that you need to do. Actually, all that you need to do is, you know what your email is. You need to just activate your email by logging in. That's all. So you log in once with your LAN details and your email is activated.
And your LAN password, how to create a LAN password and your LAN account. Is it all automatically done when you register?
Yes, you see, when you register everything, what you need to do is you actually just need to activate it. Okay. So I showed you what your LAN details are. I showed you what your username is. Your username is going to be your student number. And then your password, like I gave it to you, it's going to be what? Your day, month, year. Okay.
Yes.
So STU at day, month, year. Once you just log in, then everything becomes activated. So you don't create anything per se. It's all you just need to do is just activate them. That's all.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Also add, students also, if you attend the session on the 8th of Feb, which is Thursday, our ICT department will be here showing you how to set up, to work on your UKZN email, introducing you to Moodle, which is our online learning platform, how to, you know, put together your timetable. So anything related to IT here at UKZN will be unpacked in detail on Thursday. So please don't miss this session, and you need to RSVP for it so that you can get reminders a day before, an hour before. So yeah, all that will be covered.
All right. Harendwe. Okay, Bayanda Ngumalo, your hand is up.
Hello?
Oh, yes. You can go ahead.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
The CA, the corporate, the CSJ, since it has no credits, why hasn't it been shown when I'm selecting my modules? during registration?
Okay. I'm going to repeat this once again, that there is a department that handles that, and they will be here tomorrow to answer those questions, because I'm not sure how the system was set up in your case that you couldn't access the module. So if you do attend tomorrow, you will have the right answers as to what is happening, as well as to the way forward.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, I see more hemp, Nampla, and then Savannah. You can unmute yourself, Nampla.
Looks as if you've lost Namhla. Let's take Jade.
Okay, who is next?
Jade is next. Jade, unmute.
Hello.
Hi,
Good day, Professor.
Jade. Please go ahead.
Okay. I just want to confirm if classes for business administration are online, and if they are online, what are the procedures for the first day when we go to university?
Okay, Jade, I think the best thing for you to do is to attend Wednesday's session, where we are actually focusing on curriculum, and you'll be speaking to, the lecturers from that particular program. So they will be able to give you details of when lectures will start and, where you can access that information. So please do RSVP for the session on Wednesday, 10 to 12 for the School of Management, Information Technology and Governance. That's where the program belongs. Okay, thank you. So students, just to clarify something as well. So on Wednesday, we have 3 sessions. So we have the session for the School of Law, that's rather pretty straightforward. For the School of Accounting, Economics and Finance, so all those who are registered for the Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, those who are registered for the Bachelor of Commerce Accounting, those who are registered for the Business Science modules, you attend that session. Anyone registered for BCom General, you attend the School of Management, Information Technology and Governance. B-Admin, you attend SMIG, Information Technology and Governance, as well as Business Administration. All right. Any other hands that we have, Hazel?
Yes, we can take Savannah.
Hello.
Hi, Savannah.
Hi. I'm a transferring student. I studied a BCom law. I need some help with choosing my modules because some of my credits would have had to be transferred to the LLB. Who can assist me with that?
Savannah, you will need to direct that query to the school. They will be in the best position to tell you which modules you have been exempted for and which ones you need to register. So I would advise that you attend Wednesday's session. And I don't know, is Prof. Munyongani still with us?
He is very much here.
Yes, Prof. Munyongani, maybe you want to take that one as well.
No, thank you. I think your answer is a correct one, to attend on Wednesday, to hear it from the people who are on the ground in relation to that particular qualification. So we adopting a funnel-like approach. We've given you an overview at the college level, And now we're drilling down to the school and the particular needs. So please attend, Savannah.
Thank you. Thank you. I will do that.
Yeah, students, that is on Wednesday for all students, but make sure that you RSVP for your program-specific session because they're all running at the same time. So Law, Savannah, also at between 10 to 12 for BCom accounting, as Prof. Anna said. Yeah, so Wednesday, students, please just take a look at the program and RSVP for the one pertaining just to your program so that you can get full details about that. So let's take Tatum. Okay, we've lost Tatum. Let's take Neliswa.
Hello.
Go ahead,
Hello.
Neliswa.
Hi,
Hello,
hi,
hello.
Neliswa.
I did a change of mind from BBA to become Gerard Extended, but still haven't received any feedback. Who can assist me with that?
All right, Neliswa, can you send me an email? I did put my email address in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, send me an email and then we'll follow up on that. Okay, I see there's another, I will repeat this information again as to which sessions you need to RSVP for the Wednesday session. So School of Law is quite clear. If you're registered for the LLB degree, you need to RSVP for this session with the School of Law. If you are registered for Bachelor of Commerce in Accounting, then you need to RSVP for the School of Accounting, Economics, and Finance. If you're registered for the Bachelor of Business Science, any of the different business science, there are 3 streams there. You need to RSVP for the School of Accounting, Economics, and Finance. Any other program, BCom General, Bachelor of Administration, Bachelor of Business Administration, you will RSVP for the School of Management, Information Technology, and Governance. All right. I don't know, are there any questions?
Yes, Katleho's hand is up. Go ahead, Katleho.
Hello?
Yes, Katleho, go.
I can hear you. Aleko, you can go ahead, unmute yourself.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, Aleko. Please go ahead. Okay. Katlego, you can go ahead. We can hear you. Yes, so can we go beyond 12 o'clock? Because I see there are still 4 hands and we have about 7 minutes left.
No, let's not go over. Let's just take Mozi, and then students' other questions will also be addressed over the week, during the week. There are 4 sessions still upcoming. Thanks. Go ahead, Mozi.
My question is, as we're gonna be having sessions like every day, do we need to RSVP for all these sessions? Or if yes, please can I have the link where you need to like RSVP?
Okay, Hazel, can you respond to that one?
Yes, the sessions are every day from today until Friday. Just visit CLMS. I've put it on the chat. And you will see the orientation program there. So today we are doing an introduction. Tomorrow we will help you understand the handbook, and then they'll be attending to queries regarding registration. Then on Wednesday, this is when you go to your specific school, but again, online, just RSVP for your specific school. And then on Thursday, we're dealing with all IT-related queries, things like the email, introduction to Moodle, the timetable, which is very important because you're starting lectures on Monday, so don't miss this session. And any other IT-related questions, especially for those students who are getting laptops, they'll be able to respond to that. And then on Friday, we wrap it up with student support services. As Prof. Anna said earlier, it's all about your well-being while you are at UKZN, because we want to produce a well-rounded individual after your program, and we want to support you throughout. So please do not miss any of these sessions. Just visit our website, clms.ukzn.ac.za. There is full information about these sessions. The program is there. So let me just post it anyway again for the last time.
Yes, yeah. All right, I think in conclusion, we need to conclude this. So students, once again, thank you for making time to come and listen to us. We really want you to have a fabulous time at UKZN, studying, enjoy all that UKZN has to offer. We have academics that are willing to support you. We've got different support services that will be there for you. And from tomorrow's session, we will have prizes for those who attend. We'll have like a short quiz at the end. And there are some very nice prizes that we have on offer. So please do come from tomorrow. There will be prizes. We do not have prizes for today. It was just the orientation, just the introduction to orientation. But from tomorrow, when we get into the actual meat of what it means to be a UKZN student, what policies, rules that apply, and so on, there will be prizes. And I would suggest that you probably familiarize yourselves with some of these things, like the handbook is available it's available on our website. Someone is asking if you will win a car. Well, not at this stage, because we still need you to finish your degree and focus on your studies. So there's no car that you will win. However, you can win some nice and interesting prizes that will help you as a student. Okay, if there are no questions, I think we've come to the end of today's session. We'll hope to see you tomorrow, and enjoy your time being at UKZN. Those who haven't been allocated mentors, we are going to work on that from now. Thank you so much. Thank you, colleagues, for attending. Thank you, Prof. Nyongani, our Dean of Teaching and Learning. Thank you, Ms. Hazel Langa, our PR Manager, Dr. Jere, Ms. Prim Naidu, our FYE coordinators. All of you, thank you for making time to attend to our students.